Hey guys, this is Ray with DRD. I've got our 2019 truck in the shop and in the process of changing the oil and the fuel filters on the truck. Pretty much got everything wrapped up here, but I just wanted to mainly talk about fuel filters and how important they are on these trucks. This is a 19 model truck. As you know, the 19 to 20s use a CP4 high pressure injection pump versus the LCP3. LCP3 was a great pump. And I don't know why FCA changed things up other than maybe cheapen things up a little bit, maybe run a little higher injection pressure. I don't know what their thoughts were, but the CP3 pump was the better pump, but now we've got the CP4 to deal with. And with the CP4s, clean fuel and a consistent fuel supply is extremely important for the longevity of those pumps. So anyway, got about 10,000 miles on the truck. I've already changed the oil in it once before. Try to rotate my oil changes every 5,000 miles. Just clicked 10,000 miles and decided to go ahead and do another oil change and change my fuel filters, which I typically do around every 10,000 miles. That's just what I do. Seems to work good for me. But anyway, let's talk about how important these fuel filters are. Well, let's take a look. Two fuel filters on these trucks, and I'll show you the locations if you don't already know. You've got a chassis mounted fuel filter, which is your primary filter near the tank, and then you've got one up front near the engine. So you got double filtration before the fuel actually enters the high pressure fuel pump and the rest of the fuel injection system. Well, you can see the two old filters I just took off the truck compared with brand new ones. There is your primary filter near the tank. And guys, look how dirty that is compared to that new one. I mean, it's doing its job. And I buy fuel from the same source all the time. Never had an issue with the fuel, but obviously you can tell even with fuel from a good source, you got contaminants. That's 10,000 miles worth of contaminants that hit that filter right there, and that's why it's so dark looking. Once it made its way up to the secondary filter near the engine, this is the one I just took off. Other than just being darkened from being soaked from diesel fuel, looks spectacularly clean. Compare that to the new one. So look how much debris and stuff that filter has picked up. I mean, it's microscopic, but it's there. And you obviously can tell the filter has done its job. So it's really important to change your fuel filters, guys, to maintain the life of your fuel system. The 19 and 20 trucks use the same secondary fuel filter that the older trucks use, the one near the engine. There's a Mopar part number right there for you. The 19 and 20 trucks use a different filter for the primary filter near the tank that's chassis mounted. The older 13 through 18 trucks use a spin-on metal filter, but these use a cartridge style filter similar to what's up front as well, and you can see that. And there's the part number there, Mopar part number for that filter. I recommend every 10,000 miles for a filter change. You guys can, do whatever you want, but I do 10,000 miles on fuel filter changes, every 5,000 miles on oil filters. Show you where they're located at. You can see down in there. See that canister down in there? That lid comes off and you can change your cartridge there. There's a yellow drain valve there. I'm not going to bore you with any of that stuff. There's other videos out there that show you actually how to change the filter in these trucks. But show you that location, and we'll raise the lift up and I'll show you the rear location. right, guys. High enough. Get under here. Back here to the rear of the truck, right beside the tank. You'll look up above the drive shaft, and there's your filter housing for your rear mounted primary fuel filter. So that's the one that's going to catch most of the debris. And yeah, you got to work under the truck to change it, and yeah, you might get wet with fuel doing it, but that's one of your most important filters right there to change, because it does the brunt of the filtering. So make sure you get that one changed, as well as the one up front. Anyway, guys, I hope you are having a great time. Hope everyone's safe. Hope everyone's feeling well and healthy. And as always, God bless each and every one of you, and we'll see you again soon.